Hello, welcome to the Motown India show. My name is Tharyan. As the country observes a complete lockdown for 21 days that began on the midnight of March 24, 2020 in order to combat this deadly coronavirus of COVID-19, March 28th will go down in history as one of the most disastrous days. This video is not to put down a local government or the administration, rather it is an SOS to ensure that things are put in the right order lest a catastrophe befalls us. Motown India camera person Afsar Beg was horrified to see an exodus of migrant workers near the Delhi border. The exodus has been going on for the last few days. These are workers who have largely come from places like Bihar or UP to work in Delhi and are now keen to go back to their homes. Many of them have begun their trek back home. The concept of social distancing, which has been emphasized so vehemently by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, seems to have been tossed out of the window as we got to see so many people jostling in order to catch the first bus to their destination. It was on March 24 that Mr. Modi had announced a 21 days lockdown of the entire nation in order to battle the deadly virus. Among the precautions that the government has asked people to keep in mind during the lockdown are to maintain hygiene, wear masks, and adopt something called social distancing. Now, social distancing is best achieved by very affluent people living in large homes with several rooms. Enforcing social distancing in affluent and middle class localities in India come easy, and one has been observing that the streets within such colonies are more or less empty and people understand the concept of social distancing. Moreover, many of you who have stepped out of your homes would have seen these large circles marked in white, which are meant for a single person to stand while entering a shop so as to ensure social distancing. Time and again, the government has been telling the people about how contagious the coronavirus disease is and that they need to stay away from each other so that it does not spread further. But the exodus, which seems to be happening under the very noses of the Delhi government and even the centre, clearly exposes the inability of the administration to come up with a plan to restrict their movement and in the process restrict the chances of the virus spreading. Policemen on duty tried their best to bring some order to the exodus. One of them was busy capturing the scenes in his mobile phone. But for the first time, every system, whether it is the police or the local administration, seems to have simply put their hands in the air against this exodus. In the midst of all this jostling, one thing can be sure. It would take a miracle for the coronavirus not to spread rapidly. Both the state government and the central government should, on a war footing, try to come up with a plan to ensure such gathering of crowds does not take place. But that, for the moment, seems to be a Herculean task. For the moment, it looks they're just going around in circles.